Alright, hello gamers! Welcome back to another stream/video. I'm super glad that most of you like my scales videos. Look at this. We made 100 subs on YouTube this week. Since the last stream we surpassed 100, which is quite amazing. Look at this curve. I've been making Magic videos for like years. But I had like almost nobody watching, and a month ago I started playing Hardened scales, and now we're actually going somewhere. I'm super glad. But enough of the self-promotion here. Today we're playing Hardened scales again, as always, of course. Same list as usual. We have coffee. Scales is the most awesome deck, in my opinion. Okay, so I kinda want to add a second welding char today. Most people play 3. Dude, did you just... Oh god. Just place it where the others are. I have to move everything. Like, I want my own ordering because I don't wanna display it by mana value. That doesn't make too much sense. Anyway, we've seen like... Usually the removal that bothers me is not the destroy removal, but more like the exile and bounce removal. But we've seen like Brotherhood's End and Hidetsugu's... What is it called? Something where maybe the welding chars can help to, for 0 mana, save something and then hopefully kill them. For this reason, I'm gonna take out one of the creatures. It could be a patchwork or a worker. I really don't want to go less than 4 on any of these. Like, this is the mainstay creatures of the deck. So let's dump the worker for now. Patchwork is one of these cards that is amazing in the control matchups, and in most of the others I usually board it out when you need to be fast. But I do like having access to 4 of them in the main deck. Alright, welcome Zero. I watch your YouTube videos, love the content, just wondering if you do lessons or coaching. I haven't done that before. We have my videos, so... But if you have any specific questions, we can always answer them, of course. A worker is the weakest of creatures, yeah. I had one because I just wanted to have more creatures, but Welding Char can save a creature, so... Which is why I also put it here on the creature piles. Like here we have the... Here we have the engine piles, here we have the... Sort of... these cards can be mana, but can also be something else, and then we have the land piles. I'll play the sideboard as last time. I like all of my stuff for now. And let us actually run this through a league. I have to close this, actually. I already entered the league, but it wouldn't accept my changes if I don't re-enter here. Thankfully, they give you the thing back. Alright, let's go. Enough of the talk out of the way. Let's drink coffee and play Hardened scales. Oh, and here we go. First match, we are on the play awesome against frickin' smart. Let's go. The old one-lander with the Springleaf Drum. So let's say we play a Zabaz and it survives. Then we can play a drum in the scales. What are the odds that either this card survives or we draw the land? I don't wanna like not play Magic. I'm keeping it. It's really greedy. But you know, I have two drums and only 22 lands, so maybe we have to gamble on this here. You know, we're on the play and there are so many decks in Modern that go fetch land, fetch Triome, that this works. Actually, if we play out the drum first, it's even better, right? Then a removal spell doesn't disrupt our mana. We don't get to attack, but that's like not the worst. Alright. And now if we do draw land, we can play scales before creatures. We do. Now we kinda don't do anything with the drum, but that's fine. Wanna gain the life. Alright. This is probably Indomitable Creativity, or could also be any other number of modern multicolored Triome shenanigans. I don't play any games outside of Rocket League, Magic, and Zelda. Well, I think we can be friends. JS2062. Can I just call you Jay or something? Oh, Stomping Ground. Lightning Bolt. So probably the Indomitable Creativity over there. They even had the bolt, but didn't matter that much. Yeah, so Indomitable Creativity is the deck that wants to have only mountains in its mana base. So it looks like that's what's happening here. And for now we don't have any answers to their stuff. Or a way to fast win the game. But we have stuff. One of our best cards in the matchup is Walking Ballista because we can kill the dwarves before they become Archons. From this selection I'll take an Ozolith though. Oh, is the music too loud? Hold on, we have to fix that. Make the mic a bit louder. I said we might become friends because I also play Zelda. I don't play Rocket League, but I do some not very good but existing speedruns of Ocarina of Time sometimes. The glitchless variant. Opponent is breaking mirrors over there and makes a 2/2 red goblin shaman creature token. Can I have a ballista? Oh, ask and you shall receive, huh? So let's play that and then tap it for playing an Ozolith. And we can attack with a 5/5 and we have 2 pings available to kill things if they play creativity, which is probably what's gonna happen here. Have I played any Totk? No, I have not. I don't own a Switch. And I didn't find any time yet, but I do want to play it. Like, Breath of the Wild was pretty good, right? Oh, Archon in Graveyard. Is it persist time? They have all the colors, but black. Oh, I think I killed the token now, actually. They didn't play a land. And letting them attack gives them 4th land, 4th mana, or even black for persist if they have it. We lose our ballista, but we might actually be winning the game this way. Oh, they did have land, okay. I got baited. Draw in mine. Alright. Looks like we are being creative over there. In that case, it would have been better to wait because we can then ping whatever they target with creativity. And we can make a big walker. And then maybe win the game with Thopters, hopefully. Let's see, the matchup is pretty difficult. We can also make a 6/6 Ink Moth Nexus if we want to. But I think for now we just play a walker. Could still do that. I think we just wanna add 5 counters here, and then when they attack we can make 7 Thopters and still get Ozolith counters. Like the other players attack with a 6/6 infect creature. What's better? I'm gonna go with the Hangerback Walker plan. If they have Leyline Binding, we're gonna lose. Probably. Because I have no way of destroying my Walker. Only 2 Zelda games played, but I want to play more of them. They are all amazing. I'm an old school boy. I've played all the Zeldas since my childhood. Well, Ocarina of Time was my first when I was like a kid. Okay, they fetch. They do have the Leyline Binding, that's pretty bad for us. We can still make infect stuff. So if we find land, we can actually attack for 10 infect, I think. Okay. At least we have no creatures or cards in hand for this trigger. So if we draw land, we might actually kill them. Since we have 7 becomes 8. And then 2 ink moths becomes 10. Ah, they have everything! Okay then. Okay then. We have land, but we have no more Ozolith. I think nothing we did really mattered then if they really have it all here. We could jump block for a turn, but they can even make a second Archon. Yeah, it's really difficult. We have some stuff, but it's the reason why the deck is so good is because it's so hard to disrupt. None of your like sideboard cards work against creativity specifically, except of course the Orva, but they might switch into Emrakul again. You can play Dismember, which is like marginal. Welding Char and Patchwork are not amazing, so we can take out some stuff anyway. We had some legit plans in this game, but everything fell apart because they had... well, they had everything. Oseju and Leyline Binding. I think I do play the Dismembers over like the Patchworks. It can kill the targets for creativity. Pacific Go I think doesn't do much. Welding Shower, funnily enough, there's one thing you can do. When the creativity targeting an artifact, say a treasure token, you can regenerate that. And then the creativity thing doesn't happen because it says for each permanent destroyed this way you get a thing. Yeah, with the Orva I only have one because this is kind of an expensive card and I didn't buy more yet. I might actually play second Char too. Three Ozoliths. Most players only have 2 Ozoliths in the main deck or in the deck at all, but I do like having 3, but you have some of these hands, I guess. Nothing special, but for now we have to keep. Let's dump one of the next die. Opponent is also on 6. Yeah, I'm not excited about this, but not worth going to 5. Oh, what's the Saga? Walking Ballista. I think we have to take the Ballista. Not like what's the Saga does that much for us anyway. I guess the biggest play game one was killing the Goblin instead of waiting, but there was the possibility that they don't have a land, and then that is good play for us. Ozolith is kind of awkward here. I'm gonna play it though. What's this pause? Do they have counter magic? Is there spell pierce or something happening? I saw that 2 mana card, which is like a mana leak, but it can also counter green spells with mana value 6 or something like that. One of the... I don't even know. It's really hard to keep track of all the releases, but one of the newer cards. Okay. Opponent doesn't yet have... isn't going to get to 4 mana. So I'll just play a Walker. Like my least... of the 3 cards, the least important one, so... if they have a counter spell or a Leyline Binding. I'd rather have this eat it than... There we go, change the equation from Mother of March of Machines. Counters every card out of our deck except if we use X equals 2 on some of those. Okay. Opponent doesn't have land, that is quite interesting. In that case, I'm going to make a 4/4 Ballista. I think. They might have a handful of removal because, like, yeah. Why else would you keep it, right? They also mulligan to 6. Did they find land drop? Okay, we keep drawing action, that's sick. Now I want to play both things, I think. Maybe the other order is better. They can leyline binding, whatever. But if this resolves, I have a sacrifice outlet against that. Okay, they do have it. Alrighty then. What if I play the other order, then they might wanna leyline binding Ravager, which is better for me. I'm not quite sure. Well, it would have been better because I can both Seichu the leyline binding and get my Ravager back. But I'm not sure if I wanna do that. They did find their land now. Probably have the Goblin card. Theory. I'm kinda tired of seeing this card everywhere, but it's just a good card. Okay, what do we need to Inkmouth the opponent to death? We keep drawing lands. I'm just gonna kill the Teferi, I think. They might just creativity me next turn. But what you're gonna do? This deck is so hard to fight because of all the removal, and then they just only have to play one card to win. They actually top decked Warven Mine. Opponent, are you kidding me right now? Transmog Refi. It's the same thing as creativity, but it only has one target. And it says exile a creature instead of destroy an artifact or creature. Okay, how do we play this? We can put some counters on Inkmoth or sacrifice the Inkmoth. And we're playing Neo Brand. Nah, it's definitely beatable. I've beaten it before with Scales. But you gotta draw your removal, aka Ballista, and Dismember, and they gotta have a little bit less interaction. And then sometimes you get to kill them. Wow, we only drew lands this game. Do you want to trade this for an Archon? Like, if they just trade, I'm still losing, right? They have 5 cards and have nothing. Sadly, I can't Pendelhaven it. That would be sick. I don't want to trade, I'm just gonna pass. But now I still don't have any way to kill them yet. What's up, Volgon? I enjoyed But Snozzle's blue version and tried Mystic Reflection for this matchup. Those are definitely words that exist. Let me get up the old Google. Mystic Reflection. Oh, I can't type. Two mana. Choose a non-legendary creature. The next time one or more creatures or planeswalkers enter the battlefield this turn, they enter as copies of the chosen creature. That's funny. So you target like a dwarf and then the Archon becomes a dwarf instead. Looks like they're making more Archons. With Rebuke as well. Yeah, you can definitely do that, but of course... Alright, I'm dead. GG's. Adding blue, of course, makes your deck generally weaker. So you might improve one matchup, but then your mana base is worse. You might not have red mana for the Zabar's activation, etc. That's always a trade-off, but it's a cool idea for sure. Yeah, 0-1 for now. Let's see what we can do in this league. Yeah, we won that I roll again against Seppuku 6. Let's see. Oh man, only one landers today. I have 22 lands. I think having all of these one-landers is super rare, but I guess I'll keep the one-lander with the drum again. Hyper Geometric Distribution Calculator. We have 60 cards. We have 22 lands. We draw 7. Odds for 2 lands is 81%. Odds for a one-lander is 19%. 19 is actually quite a lot, isn't it? $19 is a lot. But does 23 or 24 change it significantly? 17. 14. That's quite a difference, I guess. But the thing is, you can keep some one-landers with Ancient Stirrings too, hoping to find land there. Alright, same start as before, let's see what we can do. Earlier game we did find our lands. But not this time. Flooded Strain, some sort of control deck. Not really hitting my favorite matchups today. Like all of those mid-range black-red shenanigans. Is usually what I want to face, so Charmed or humans, any creature deck. Merfolk. Well, this is probably blue-white control, which is pretty hard to deal with. Especially now we're mana screwed too. Not impossible though. Which card do we want to get counterspelled? I think it's Ballista. If they don't counterspell me, I'd rather play Ozolith, but I feel like they're gonna do it. Let's see. Yeah, Pidgey is one of the best cards in the matchup. There's a chance that I should just play it, because getting it done early is of course what you wanna do with this card. But yeah, it looks like they have counterspell. So losing Ballista is better than any of these cards. Sadly, with us being mana screwed, any turn that passes is really bad. Okay, no Time Raveler. They probably play Archmage's Charm now. This deck is actually insane to beat. Archmage's Charm can steal, say, an Ozolith, and then they get counters. Alright, let's see if this resolves. What was that? Nothing? Why did I get priority? That was so weird. Okay, they did nothing. Supreme Verdict. Yeah, that works. Pretty good. Supreme Verdict's a card where Welding Char can help you a bit. But you still lose more than you don't lose. That makes sense. Alright, we have a 3-3. Yeah, this is already not the ideal league. These are two matchups I would, if I could choose, I would choose to dodge. But that's how Modern works. Solitude time. No Solitude. Alright, I'll play a Ravager. Let's see what they do. I'm sort of annoying. What? Okay. I didn't expect the Vendilion clicker. Don't you want to play that on my draw step? I have no cards in hand. Choose yourself. Cycle something away. What the hell is going on? And then they counterspelling me in response to their own Vendilion clicker activation. What is happening? Like, sure you can do that, but why? Also, who plays Vendilion click in 2023? I love it. Sword of Fire and Ice, amazing. Thankfully most of my creatures are colorless, so actually all of them. What are we playing against? Stoneblade in 2022? This is awesome. It actually doesn't do a lot. I mean, we take 7 and they draw a card, but we could try to kill them now. But we don't quite have enough for that. We could attack with a 9/9 Inkmoth. What if we draw a red producing source? Actually, then we might have enough. Any land, I think, actually does it. But they could have Solitude, of course, which ruins my day. What'd you do in opponent? This took an unexpected turn. Opponents getting aggressive, which I like 10 times better than control decks with hardened scales to play against. Nothing. Land? I think land I go for a kill. Shattered Spire, worst draw ever. So the plan would be to Ozolith onto Sabas, and then destroy Sabas and Modular plus Ozolith onto Inkmoth Nexus, but we don't have enough mana to then activate an attack with Inkmoth. So I could just cycle, plan on blocking. It's annoying because in this spot, letting them untap, of course, is pretty bad for us. But we don't have the kill, sadly. If we kill this, we get 4 counters on Ozolith and 4 counters on Inkmoth. And we can have a 9/9 in fact. So we might just wanna stay on defense for now. Okay, for a second I thought I cast it instead of cycling it, which would be the worst, of course. And what's the Saga is one of the draws ever. And we pass, I think. Could attack for 1, in fact. I'm just gonna say that's not gonna be too relevant. The attack I'm just gonna block, but I don't know if they'll let me. Archmage's Charm. Well, how about we don't do that? This card is insane against our deck. Like, besides Ravager and the Shattered Spire, everything they can just steal. Patchwork too. But we have all these cards Archmage's Charm can just steal. Anyway. Wait. Shit. Now it's tapped. So I can't block with it. Well, that's kinda on me though. Let's see if it's gonna end up mattering. Before counters and also live, then 5 rounds to make mouth. Bombs the boss, right? That's actually true. Could have gone for a kill there, right? I forgot that when does 4 Nosolith becomes 5 on Inkmoth. Anyway. We still have it here, so they gotta do something about this. But yeah, we do die now to the clicker, so it doesn't really matter. Actually, we can jump block with this. Comes to that. I should have just done exactly that one turn earlier. Because they had no mana up and 2 fewer cards. They were tipped out, yeah. Okay, they do have Solitude, so most none of that mattered then. Except if they just drew it, of course. Well, now we gain some life, I guess. Can I do anything with this mana? Not really. Could animate this. Doesn't do much for me though. Right, now I'm at 11 again. And really big Ozolith. Okay, let's play this. Hope we don't die and maybe win next turn. Opponent exiled. It's actually blue-white Stoneblade. This is amazing. People play so much of the top decks that stuff like that is rarely seen. Okay, I go to 4. Inky boy. I could just move all the counters from Ozolith on Walker. And plan to make more Thopters than the opponent can handle. They do have Verdicts in their deck, so there's always that. So either we go to attack with Nexus. Probably still the bad idea, because that's like, they gotta deal with that. So it still forces a removal spell. Okay, this resolves, so at least we get 1 counter more than we had previously. Cool game though. At least some back and forth happening. Solitude. Restoration Angel. Amazing. Would be awkward if they had a sword that gives pro white. Dude, restoration? No, they choose not to do it though. Very interesting. Restoration Angel in 2023 as a 4-mana fog. You know you can target yourself with clicker and cycle away a card. Maybe they are just in love with all the 3 cards in their hand. Do this now. So when we go to destroy it, it already has a counter and they can, like, on their turn, do something against that. Yosolith is working extra hours today. Otawara. Okay. We do this. And see. Eight counters again. Both Ozoliths together are quite spicy. Do you wanna kill it with 3 Thopters? The answer might surprise you. I'm gonna go with yes. This is kind of bad against removal, but then they spend a removal spell and I kill them. But yeah, I still have the Ink Moth here. Okay. Like, obviously a gang block is bad. If they kill 1 creature, you lose everything. We get 2 lethal Ink Moths now. Yeah, let's go for that. What helps them now? Solitude plus removal card. Okay, nice. Wow, the Yosolith did so much work here. This is why this deck's so awesome. Removal spells don't bother you if you keep your counters. And I'm pretty sure we would have lost this game if it was just a straight up control deck. Anyway. These are all worth considering. But maybe it's just this. Welding Jar is good against Supreme Verdict specifically. But good against means that it does something. It protects one of our creatures, which might be good enough, like Modeler onto that and shit. Question is, what could we board out even? For Surf we go out, I don't think we want in this matchup, and Dismember probably also not. I'm gonna go with this. I think the Jars are not powerful enough to cut something else. Wow, the first not one lander. It doesn't have any of our really good cards. Like usually, whatever. Usually I want one of my engine cards or it's a Saga in my opener, but against control it's better to keep your 7. Okay, so they are a leyline binding deck if they play Zagoth Riome. Ooh, nice. Let's play that before they have counterspell mana. Best draw. As you said, you want your engine going. Of course they can leyline binding it, but that's okay. Let me actually order this again. I can't stand having it not ordered. And usually we want either one of these or one of these in your opener. Wall of Omens. Is this an Ephemerate deck? Awesome things are happening in 2023 modern MTG. Yeah, let's play a Walker. Actually. No, let's play Ozolith and Ancient Stirrings. In that case, I should have just played that and then made land drop, because yeah, I'm finding out it's a Saga. It actually might be still the way to sequence this, because I want to play my spells and then make constructs in this matchup. Yeah. But generally, if you're gonna Ancient Stirrings and you have Forest out, you don't make your land drop first. Woohoo! I agree. And this is a pretty cool matchup. Is it... Do you guys think they're playing Soul Herder? This is weird. Like, they have Supreme Verdict and all the counter spells. And then we see Wall of Omens, which usually goes in the Ephemerate Caldra Complete lists. Poseidon doesn't exile stuff, right? Usually Caldra Complete is not the scariest ever against this deck, but paired with like a Supreme Verdict to slow us down, it could kill us. Now I think I'll play a Ravager, because if it dies we can at least activate Nexus, sacrifice a Ravager. And yeah. Wait, why did they tap this way? I guess they don't have another white source anyway. And here comes the complete. Usually we don't care too much about that on its own, but paired with control elements can be quite scary. For now I'll take 5. The Trump token has whenever it deals combat damage to a creature, exile that creature, but that only happens if the creature doesn't die to the damage, which means we can still modular. Okay. So usually it goes like, they have counterspell mana up, it's pretty sick to just make Saga tokens. But on the other hand, we are under a bit of pressure. And I could double spell. Notably, Inkmoth puts -1 counters on this. It has first strike though, so not really. It would have to be big enough to survive. Any way to go for a kill here? Not sure if that's the best idea, since they have all of these. Actually, only Solitude would save them. Like, we could go Walker, do some Ravager shenanigans, kill them. Is it feeling like a Solitude, or is it not feeling like a Solitude? We wouldn't actually lose that much. Let's try it. See what they do. They might have counterspell for this anyway. Okay. Sack this, 2 counters here. Sack this, 4 counters here, another 4 here. We still have 2 Thopters, and we go for lethal. And they lose 2 cards if they have Solitude. I love triggered abilities and replacement effects. Alright, opponent, are you dead or are you dead? You guys remember when Modern didn't have 0 mana removal cards? They let the Ozolith thing resolve, so... One says GG, bro. Nice. We gotta win. Yeah, these are the tough choices. You can oftentimes go for a kill. If they have Solitude here, what is the outcome? We lose Inkmoth, Ravager, Hangerback Walker. We gain 2 Thopters. We gain a bunch of Ozolith counters. They lose 2 cards, we gain a bunch of life. So it's not the worst actually. But of course even better when you win. So like you gotta sort of calculate your EV, if they have it, if they don't. And then add the odds of them having it and see if it's a good idea or not. Anyway, on to match 3. Match 3. 3-4-3 on die rolls, amazing. On the play against Sev 15. Sick hand. Light on creatures, but still pretty sick. This could be one of those games where you lose your creature and sit on your engine and never do anything, but it could also be you are fucking dead on turn 3. Possibly, probably not, but... So let's theory craft. How do we kill them on turn 3? Say we play Scales, Ballista, we'd need Ravager plus Sabas. How much is that? You have a Ravager, a Sabas, and a Ballista, and they all have 2 counters, which means Ravager becomes a 7-7, which means Ballista becomes a 10-10. So if they like Tron, we just kill them on turn 3. Is Arid Mesa though? Is it creativity again? Like if it were burn, they'd probably go Goblin Guide or some shit. Could be burn with a draw that doesn't have any creature in it. Anyway, the takeaway is, I think, 3 lands, Hardened Scales, Ballista, Sabath, Ravager would be a kill. I haven't done the math, but I actually did do the math. In response to your Ozolith, I will fetch my tapped Steam Vents. Oh, untapped. Spell Pierce time? Spell Pierce time. Playing against... Thanks for asking twice. Playing against some sort of blue-red tempo deck, either... Probably so just regular old Murktide deck. Let's see if they wanna Spell Pierce that too, would actually quite suck. Ah, no land. How do you miss on land this badly? Alright. These are all good cards, but we might never cast them. It could still be creativity right over there, so let's just take a Ballista. And we pass. That is quite sad. Savai Triome, Mountain Plain Swamp. Mountain Plain Swamp, so it is creativity. I hate these Triomes, like... The only color I see is green, but the card is everything but green. I don't know. This one kinda looks Grixis to me. Xander's Lounge gets a pass. Alright, this will be... Kill my 3-3 and then make an Archon, and I'm quite miserable again. Okay, that didn't happen, so I'm not yet miserable. Does creativity play any solitudes? This is just Leyline Binding, Prismatic Ending, okay. All of the removal cards are so good against this deck. Really not hitting the matchups today that I wanna hit, but what you gonna do? Creativity cannot play Solitude. Right, they can't play any creatures. It's good to know, like, when they're tapped out you can kill them, right? Like, land, Ravager, 3 counters, not quite a kill yet, but green mana. Oh, rain in 6, sure. But one turn from now we do kill lined up. Okay. Yeah, we gotta get a ballista out for sure. Island, Swamp, Mountain. Let's play the Ravager first. Just in case they have, say, Lightning Bolt, we can make the ballista bigger. Do we actually get a 10-10 ballista down? 3 counters here, 3 here. 3 plus 2 becomes 8. We could hit them down to 2, which is quite insane. If we had one more artifact, like a welding jar, they'd be dead here. Not through a lightning bolt though, really. But for now we pass. This could be one of those games where we beat creativity, but I don't want to speak too soon. Another prismatic ending is quite annoying. Because now they can go land, make a thing, and get an Archon. So I might actually just sacrifice the Ravager too. Is that too aggressive? I think not. And then we can hit them down to 2 or kill the Ren in 6 and hit them down to 6. Like if they get an Archon out, the Ravager is also dead. We might as well get some value out of it. If only we had that Ozolith. Spellpierce was pretty sick here. Yeah, it's pretty bad for us. We could still have basically nothing left. 2 prismatic endings are very good against the stack. Can you not just yield to these opponent? They will make the whole thing a bit faster. Fine though. You only put them to 1. I think it was down to 2. Ravager on 3, Ballista on 3, Sack Ravager, Ballista gets 5 counters. It is at 8, and they were at 10. So it's not even that they can't fetch anymore or something like that. Draw in mana from hand. Yeah. Okay. This is why it's such a hard matchup. They have just 1 mana, best removal against our deck. And they're at 9 again. Yeah. Doesn't do anything. So we can get a Zabaz and then make Inkmoth Nexus a 6/6. Which is not amazing, but it's something. I can't do that though. Well, depends. If you want to play around another removal, let's just not. Say, there is one line where we sacrifice the Zabaz to this attack and then maybe sort of do something. And maybe this construct helps too. Like now I want to use this 1 mana to activate Inkmoth, but I now can't destroy an artifact plus that. Still don't have them dead though, so it's just so rough. Alright, sure. We almost had him. We had him like down to 2 or something with that Ballista on 8. Can I not run into one of my worst matchups twice, please? Yeah, kind of same sideboarding again. If only creativity would put the creature from the library into the battlefield, but it goes to exile first. That alone would make the matchup a lot better. It's definitely one of the worst, yeah. A combo plus so much good interaction. Really the nightmare. Alright, with the over. So this is once again gonna be the opponent sideboarding out all the Archons and playing Emrakul instead. That happened in my last video and I was like so happy to do the thing and then I couldn't do the thing after all. I was devastated. Check out that video on YouTube. My reaction was, well, I hope it's entertaining. His hand is not amazing, but it has the engine going and hopes to draw some good stuff. Plus lands. I don't think there's a reason to not keep this card up if we did draw the land, so let's play the 1-drop and pass. Like, this deck plays so much removal that playing a Ballista is basically a shock to the face. Well, with Ozolith it's a little bit more, but... Man, they even had that Spell Pierce earlier, didn't they? How many Spell Pierces do these decks run? Also, it's quite mind-blowing that in Modern, you get to play a 5-color deck. I've said this before, but it's just so funny. You get to play a 5-color deck, but also have every land is a mountain. Like, isn't that insane? I'm not complaining, I just find that cool about Modern, that it works that way. I guess I'll use that. I can stop keeping up mana. Hi, what's the spice testing cards? We have nothing too spicy in this list. We have two Springleaf Drums, because I think it's actually good to just draw it and play it out too. In the sideboard I added a needle. Actually just some smaller changes, but you know. We are reveling. Okay. Bouncing my Ballista. That's actually not too scary, like, you die, and Ballista comes back down. And we get a Ozolith counter, so Ballista becomes a 4/4. Zabas. Master. Give me Urza's Saga, my 1-mana demonic tutor. Okay. Just pick another Ballista, it's our best card in this matchup. I have a spicy brew, it's using Pierce Revolution. Are you the person from Discord who told me that card? I told you it's too spicy for me. Yeah, it's a 3-mana enchantment where you get to do what again? When a non-token artifact is put into the graveyard, you get it back to your hand unless the opponent lets you lightning bolt them. Yeah, you can loop your stuff. The problem is, there are tons of cards that I want to play like that. My personal favorite is good old animation module. to just start generating an insane amount of value. The problem is the modern metagame just doesn't work that way these days. As in, I'm just gonna play out my stuff here and keep up the Zabaz activation. As in, they have all these removal spells anyway, so they just for 1 mana kill your Pierce Revolution. And yeah, I'd rather be aggressive, try to kill my opponent, and you are still very good against mid-range decks, especially the ones that don't play white for exiled cards. Zero Ballista is a bolt to their face. So you go for the infinite. Well, can't they just say you get it back to your hand? Alright, anyway, the opponent got... What just happened? What land did they get? Sacred Foundry tapped? Okay. Can't the opponent just say you get it back to your hand and then you can loop it but it doesn't do anything? That's just shut off by Voidwalker and Leyline. Most of our cards are shut off by Voidwalker and Leyline. All the modular triggers don't work through that. Hanger back too. Ozolith does, thankfully, always work. Prismatic ending. Ugh. Well, we have the Orva now. Let's see if it helps. I have an Ozolith, but I don't have an Inkmoth this time. Still just gonna let this happen and save my counters. Alright, please don't Emrakul me. Every time I have Orva, they're gonna do the Emrakul, right? Ah, it's Archon, nice. What's that in my hand? That's the first time I ever do this. And it's gonna be quite sick. It's gonna become a 12-12. Opponent's actually straight up dead. That is amazing. We finally did it. The one over. The one. The one and only. And we still would have lost if we didn't have it. This deck has so much card that are bothersome. We had 2 Ballistas, which is already super lucky. But the odds of creativity finding 2 removal spells are just too high. Anyway, we did the thing. It's possible they switch now for Emrakul, but I don't know if everybody has that plan. We could play the Pithing Needle to shut down opponents' fetch lands, so they can't get Dwarven Mines. Like, that's actually a thing you can do, especially if your Otsa Saga goes off and they have a land out and don't crack it first. Like, maybe some of those cards are just too slow anyway, or the Welding Char doesn't do enough. I mean, all their removal is bounce or exile. Alright, game 3, on the draw. Can we beat Indomitable Creativity? Did I say on the draw? I meant on the play. We perform an so-called opening hand action. Actually, maybe I should have exiled the drum instead. Probably a land's better than a drum with the straw, but we'll see. Okay, but the Saga is quite sick. Let's play those things that we don't want to get spell pierced. I'll play Saga next turn though. The engine is online, but we have 0 creatures. Why did they just concede to Orva? Doesn't that just make it so there's no creatures on the board? No. The opponent trigger is already resolved, and then our Orva enters, or we get an Archon copy, and the opponent has to sacrifice their Archon. And we have an Archon, and we get to attack them, plus put also Lith counters on the Archon, so they were actually straight up dead there. Oh, now I have a Copperline Gorge. And let's see what we get here. I should Blade Land. If they have Spell Pierce, this is really bad. The sad part is if we play Ballista, it's just, there's no chance it's gonna stick around. But we still have to do it, I think. This deck is so hard to beat. I don't think waiting is any better than just playing it and getting it killed or countered. This is change the equation. It's actually not a mana leak, it's a spell snare or something like that. Mana value 2 or less. Counters every card except X equals 2 on the, well, on the X cards in this deck. Oh god. Why is everybody so hateful against us? Like, can you don't? Give me over. Well, this member is not the worst, but now we have 0 cards out that do anything. We actually get to pay one of the black parts of this member. So that's an upside. Instead. Time Reveler. Alright, Ballista, please. Bo Seiju endures. Well then. We are kind of screwed. I'll keep that in hand though. But it doesn't do that much. You can kill Leyline Unbinding at some point. Now they can make a second Dwarf and Creativity for 2, which is a nightmare. Rin and Zix. Yo. Ah. I wonder if there's any way we can make this matchup more favorable with sideboard options, but maybe you just have to accept that it is a horrible matchup, and that's that. Is there anything that actually shuts down? I guess what most players do is play more overs. Like many lists run 3 cards just for this one horrible matchup. It's so funny. Yeah, now I can't do that anymore. Since the Teferi is out. Do they have another change the equation, or what is this now? We have another Werte, are you absolutely kidding me? Why is everyone so hateful towards... I guess it's really good in many matchups, right? I mean, we could save the Dismember to kill to make an Archon smaller. This game is just so over, isn't it? Ugh. All these 2-for-1s. Like, this is good against Hammer, against Hardened Scales, against Affinity. We can only beat this deck if we have a really fast kill and they sort of stumble. But there's so much interaction. Or, of course, if we do the over thing. Actually should have blocked, probably, like... They need their stuff more than we do ours. They don't have a creativity for now, so... I guess it's not over. I think this is not the latest deck list. It's probably something really old. Let me actually put the thing up. I haven't done that in a bit. Guess you could technically win if they never find one of their combo cards. It's not even working. Not even loading. Yeah, this is... I haven't updated that in ages. But on the overlay there should at least be a thing. Wait, is my stream not set to magic? The cardboard live overlay says I need to change my stream to the magic category. I got it, my bad. I clicked the wrong extension. Bonus break-ins on mirrors. How funny is it that they're behind on live? Doesn't mean anything, but it's funny. Oh, we got a ballista. That's the draw I wanted here. Change the equation, maybe. Okay. That's annoying too. I get to draw 3 cards now, so... It should be the current list now. You should also see it on the extension overlay thingy. Okay. Did they still not find one of their combo cards? That's actually insane. Imagine drawing half your deck and not finding one of 5 cards. I mean, they can instant speed it now, but I still think they would do it while I'm tapped out. I think Goblin could have attacked here. Alrighty, we can just pass, and when they do the thing, we can pay 4 and do some stuff. Could also try to attack the Teferi. I think at DSP Gemstone. It's just that in a matchup like this, it actually happened in this game. We put second Gemstone in because if we're on the draw, because it's amazing if you basically get to be on the play even though you're not. But you don't want 2 legendary lands that make colorless mana in your main deck. Alright, I'm gonna pass. If they make a move, I do Uptick Ballista, kill some stuff over there. That is something I can do, and I could even kill the Teferi if I really need to play the Dismember. Maybe they drew the Emmy. It's possible they only have Emrakul, yeah. And it's in hand. That is... But no, they had the Fable going off, so... Okay, they didn't tick up the Teferi yet, which was kind of a mistake on their part. Why is this happening in response to the to the trigger of your saga? That's funny. We're still kinda losing, but we're not dead. Maybe I shouldn't have let this happen. But I think I want to kill the reflection, actually. Turn 10, yeah. Like, what is this? Do I need to do this? I guess I'll just untap. Hang boy. Okay, what if they go to do the emblem thing? Emblem. They kill me with lightning bolts from the graveyard, right? Still have 5 cards in hand. What is this game? Do you ever want to cast an XX creature for 4/2? Sometimes. It happens. Like, if the game goes really long and it's your only card and you have no other things to sink your mana into. If you want to play around, change the equation, you can cast it for 4, because as long as it's on the stack, the mana value is determined by the excess. So it doesn't get countered by that or like a spell snare or something. I think they have only lands in hand. Maybe they have no more fetchables in the deck. Might actually block that. And then get my Thopters and be able to attack them. What is this game? But now the problem is, if they have creativity, they can use these treasure tokens, because their card says destroy artifacts or creatures. And they have 6 cards in hand, like at least 3 of them are lands, I think. Tower. Yeah, see, I could have cast it for 4 here and it doesn't get countered. That being said, we just do this now. What the hell is going on? The Magic Online can't deal with the opponent having like more than 10 permanents on the battlefield. Bro, what is this game? Are they out of lands to fetch? Do they not play any basic mountains? Do they not play 4? They do play 4 Dwarven Mines, don't they? 3 Dwarven Mines, 1 basic mountain, okay. So they do have still. It feels like they have a lot of fetch lands in hand from Ren and 6. Yeah, are things finally happening? They can probably make 3 Archons now. MTGO is confused. It hurts itself in its confusion. Okay, they go to copy the dwarf token now. Maybe I should already have dismembered this reflection, I don't know. Not dismembering helps us against transmogrify specifically, but is it possible that they actually never found Indomitable Creativity? Or they have the 1 Emrakul in hand after this card went off? I should have left this card untapped so Ren and 6 can't kill that Thopter and then they're dead on board. 5 cards in hand, but... Alright, let's do this now. I should have done this already, I think. Wow, they didn't activate in response. Must have been of 6th. Ravager, you say? Okay, so we could kill them, which is bad against removal, but waiting is also not amazing. I think I'm still not gonna do it. The odds that they have removal are higher than the odds them finding the card they need in 1 draw step, right? So let's just try to hit them to 1 life. But they're gonna do something. This is the weirdest game against creativity ever. Oh, of course. There's 4th draw in mine. Opponent has 13 mana, so if they actually do have Emrakul in hand, they're getting close to hardcasting it. That would be funny. Yeah, goodbye Thopter. So they have Lightning Bolt, but I don't want to die to Lightning Bolt, so I gotta block. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm still dead to Lightning Bolt. God damn it. What a game. Wait, what is this? Actually just casting Archon, okay. That also does it. The game was weird. I don't know if I don't think I had any place to win earlier. Like, they always have removal cards. Anyway, I lost twice to creativity. We took a game, game and a half maybe, and on to next match. Well, I guess I should just go to the casino instead. I won every die roll today. Match number 4 on the play versus Lobanovsky. Double welding jar. It's a keep, but I'm not too excited about it. It could turn out well, but for now we're not doing anything. I'll keep the jars in hand in case we find our patchies. The lesson is to play more overs, yeah. This is the most played deck in Modern, and it's our worst matchup, or one of our worst matchups. So dedicating some sideboard slots is actually a consideration, yeah. But hopefully no Spell Pierce. Spire Bluff probably means it's the Murktide deck. Spell Snare would also work. Does anybody play Spell Snare these days? In my experience, this matchup is sort of a 50-50. It's not good, but also not the worst. And they didn't open with Ragavan or Dragon's Rage Channeler or the bird. Wait, that's the bird now, right? They gotta have at least one of those creatures in hand. No? Interesting. Just doing the control-y game. Saga, perfect draw actually. Okay, we can play Ozolith, save from a spell Pierce, and then play our only creature. But this at least makes more creatures. Was probably the best draw here. Or more creatures. Play 3 overs, yeah, most people do. The only problem with that is 22 bucks for an online card. Do you have Counterspell? So I haven't come around to buying more overs yet. Cool old 7th edition Counterspell. That's when I started playing Magic. 7th edition was an interesting one. They went an entirely different way with the artworks there. Like, look at this, it doesn't fit the normal theme of Magic cards, really. It's even more apparent on cards like Rampant Growth. Wait, what? Oh my god, there's a lot of printings of this card. Like, look at this. What is that? It's really cool. I love 7th edition. It regains Rage Genelier and passes no land. Either we draw a Patchwork or we just make constructs. A 1-drop would be nice. There is a Patchwork. That's gonna be a big boy. Like, really big. Seven, words 2, with the opponent only having 2 lands out. Sign me up. And if they kill it, we get more counters. And it would have to be a bounce card, which they can't have. So this is actually like our version of Murktide Regent now. But blow my mind, opponent. What you got? All this work and on turn 4 you don't even have Delirium. I think it's sort of a 50-50 matchup. It's hard but totally winnable. There's better matchups and there's worse matchups. Patchwork was a sick draw here. Suddenly we're playing Boggles. Okay. This is also a 7/7. So we're racing, but that race favors us, because our creature is gonna grow and grow. And we have another big thing coming here. Opponent being mana screwed is not working out well for them here. I'm gonna pass. If something happens, I might wanna activate Sabaz and can always play the Hardened scales later. Thought Scour. Well, okay. So you basically sort of your fifth consider, I guess. What a non-bow. They still don't have Delirium. Okay, second Murktide is actually what they needed here. They have a chance of winning the race. This is gonna become a 10-10. So either we find white mana or we die. Or maybe a Ballista to kill them or a Ravager or something. Can we deal 12 somehow? We'd need a Ravager, I think. It's time to top deck or lose, I guess. Scales. Yeah, I don't think we can quite do it. We can make Sabaz into another 5/5, but they have 2 blockers and we are dead to the flyer. Don't have white mana for this. It's quite sad actually to lose like that. Anything we can do? I mean, we can hope they don't block the 2 big things. With a Ballista, we could do some stuff. Possibly. We can win if they misplay and don't block Patchwork, I think. But that's not gonna happen. Yep. That's quite sad, but them having 2 Murktides is quite lucky and making it exactly a 10-10 with only 3 lands. Plus, we didn't have white mana to jump block for a turn with Sabaz. Even though I played 2. So there would have been a chance we had that. Alright, we don't have to sideboard much in this matchup. These are options, but I don't think it's great. I'll take out some of these. Could be good on the play. I don't know, maybe take out this. And 1 Patchwork. Actually, the Relic is pretty good in the matchup too. Don't like the other graveyard hate cards. Modern generally, or maybe it's just this deck, but the lottery of which matchups you run into makes such a big difference in your win rate. It's very, what is the word? I'm having trouble finding the word. Anyway, it makes a big difference. Like, there are some matchups where I almost never lose, like Burn or Humans or Merfolk, and then there's some matchups where you have a really hard time beating them. This matchup's fine, but running into creativity twice in a league is quite unlucky. Opponent's gone. Can you guys see the Cardboard Live overlay? There should be a deck list on the stream. should be there, yeah. Okay. Alright. That was quite the insane loss. Okay, this is a really good draw. Got everything we need. We don't have green mana, but also no green spell for now. Just start with that so we don't get spell pierced turn 2 and then start curving out. Dragons Rage Channeler, Mishra's Bobble, Surveil Trigger, put card in graveyard, pass the turn, upkeep, draw a card. The classic. I don't know why, but I hate Mishra's Bobble. It's such a dirty crap. Like, it doesn't do anything, but it's still a good card. Not that I'm mad that it exists or that people play it. It's just not up my alley. Why is my card overlay so weird again? Like, I fixed it before the stream, but somehow it keeps changing. Magic Online is definitely one of the pieces of software ever. Yeah, the hand is thick. Lightning Bolt. Yep. That's a deal that I'm willing to take. Ah! What? Still no Delirium. Unholy Heat surveilled to the graveyard. We draw Walking Ballister. Nice. Nice, nice. I'll play that. Put a counter on it, kill the channeler. It's possible they could, like, play a Consider and surveil a creature in the graveyard, but... yeah. Let's see if that is a thing that is happening. Nope. Nice. One random reason I like playing Hardened Scales in the meta is you are very good against Ragavan. Like, cards like Hangerback Walker make you never wanna really have Ragavans. And also, what are you gonna hit from my deck in Ozolith? Or is a Buzz? I mean, Blood Moon. Goodbye with Saga, but... okay. But yeah. Dirtle. Third Mishra's Bubble. Can we win? That is always the question. We don't have a walker out. Okay. Time to count. Opponent is at 18. Ravager. Sacrifice Zabas. 1 counter on Ozolith. 2 counters on Ravager. 3 counters on Ravager. Sacrifice Welding Shaft. 4 counters on Ravager. Sacrifice Ravager. 4 counters on Ballista. 5 counters on Ozolith. 5 on Ballista. 10-10. You are straight up dead. That's quick math for you. Might not even have to sacrifice the Welding Char, but they have no mana, so... the only thing that could have saved them here was the blue elemental, blue evoke card. This is what I want to be doing with my life. There's Blood Moon, their opponents, by the way. I love the Ozolith. Ozolith is the card. Whoops. Think you're dead, opponent. Do I have to do it? Do I have to spell this out for you? Alright, nice. Thank you for conceding there, Lobanovsky. And this is why we have the Gemstone Caverns in the sideboard. Play versus draw is a big difference in Modern. But we still don't want multiples in the main deck. Why didn't you also sack the Thopter? Because I didn't need to. Like, it doesn't matter here, but say they have mana up and they might do some removal shenanigans. Then there's no reason to sacrifice the Thopter if I don't have to. And another really good draw. Blood Moon is annoying, but once again doesn't actually shut us down. Bearblab Kanal, Mishra's Bobble. Sacrifice Mishra's Bobble, target you, see the top card of your library. Pass the turn, upkeep, draw a card. Alright, do we give them a life or do we play our channel card out? Is there anything in the Murktide deck we might want to Boseiju? There's Blood Moon. Alright, we're giving him a life. Like, there's a small possibility that could be relevant. Unscales, no spell pierce, just a consider. Yeah, it's the only card, right? Like, do you want to Boseiju Mishra's Bobble? So for now, we're giving him a life. Okay. I'll play out one of these. And then play my... I'll play my Patchwork. They can have counter spell, but sure. And they could drop a Blood Moon, which would be really good. Because we have no way to actually make green mana for Boseiju, but... yeah, not really much we can do, and then maybe we draw Forest or Springleaf Drum and can channel. After how this game 2 went, are they even still playing Blood Moon? Looks like yes. No, you're not casting Murktide though. Oh, you are casting Murktide, not Blood Moon. I like that better. Play a proactive game plan than trying to make the game, shut the game down. Okay, you have a 5/5 flying. This is the whole... this is the whole... Name... Why are names so hard? Kaldra complete situation. You have a 5/5. Which I'm probably going to beat. If they would have dropped Blood Moon now, it would have been very good. Thankfully, that did not happen. Whenever you play a card, the second spell each turn, let your Shredder connives. Yes, you get to draw a card and discard a card. We get 2 Thopters. Steam Vents tapped. Isn't it technically better to attack first and then give me flying creatures? I'm not gonna block for now, but... Okay, we get Ozolith too. It's quite awesome. So we can get a Welding Char or a second Zabas here, which I'm going to do. Puts kind of like 3 counters on a thing. It's actually 5. Nice. So this can block that now. Question is it something we want to do? What does it lose to? I think for now, yes. They would need a bounce card or get Delirium plus whatever the card is called, the Delirium burn spell, to actually kill that and attack me again in the air. Yeah, right, Baby Murktide. Brotherhood's End, I hate that card, oh my god, we're dead again. There's a reason to play more Welding Jars. Yeah. Nothing I can do about that if I don't have a Welding Jar on. I could have gotten one with Saga. But like, sometimes they're just gonna have Brotherhood's End, right? Seasoned Pyromancer? Spicy. Yeah, that doesn't only hurt, that is basically GG. Like, how do we rebuild from here? Ballista is like fine, but we're just dead in the air. Jump block and hope to win somehow. Because we try. It's not over until it's over. But there's no way. In my previous league, I also lost hard to Brotherhood's End. I might have to take back what I said and say it's a hard matchup if they have this card. Alright. Alright. That is GG's. And we are 1-3. But we're gonna play the last match too. See what's gonna happen. Alright, we finally lost the die roll against Vagabond 87. That must mean we're gonna win, right? 2 Ozoliths. We can eat one. Maybe one gets countered or killed. See Chrome Coast. Esber Sentinel. Just gonna play a creature then. So Hammer Time is an okay matchup. Sometimes they run you over. Sometimes they don't. Galdruk complete into the revealed cards zone. Surprise. If we had an Inkmoth, Nexus, or a Ballista, we could be looking at a fast kill here. Mostly Inkmoth though. Well, Ballista would probably also do it. Let's get a 2-3, I agree. Yeah, time to play my non-creature cards. And attack with... As we kinda die to a Hammer. So like, if they have a way to equip Hammer, we are straight up dead. So I'm just gonna attack, whatever. Maybe should have attacked first, but... If you're still Paladin, I think is GG, because this gets them a hammer, but they need a way to equip it. They have 3 artifacts then. Shadow Spear. Okay. So hammer in hand anyway, or... Springleaf Drum. Attacks with all. 24 is a bit much without having a ballista or something. But can we do 24? Optic Walker, play Ravager. We have 4 things to sacrifice. Ravager goes to 10. So we can do 10. We can do 23. This is real life. 1, 2, sacrifice 4 things, 10, 10. Move 11, counter to Zabas. 10 on Ozolith, another 11. I'm counting 23. I'm missing the Walker counter still, so we can do it. Okay. What could the opponent have? Do these decks play Solitude? Probably do, right? 1 Solitude, Search of Salvation. Alright, we're gonna just try to go for the kill here. Looks like they have 6 there. Maybe not anymore. This is the magic of Hardened scales. Get it, magic. That was bad. Oh, I actually also missed the Sabas thing. So even without the 3 extra, you would have had it. But this is 27. You dead? Ah, got him. Nice Shadow Spear. That is what I want to do with my life. These are all options. They have what? March of Otherworldly Light. That was crazy. Yeah, Ravager, Scales, Ozolith, and Walker is quite the engine. Like, this deck sort of grows exponentially with how many enablers you have. I think the welding jars are out too. So we can actually board all that in. Do we want the Dismember? Can it be quite good? Can kill the token from Caldra Complete, can kill a thing that has a hammer on it. Uh, 15 green cards is quite okay. And we can also hardcast our forces too. Maybe we want to play that instead of that. Fifth match, and we finally got to do one of the Hardened Scales things that you wanna be doing. But still, this is what makes it all worth it, right? This is why we are here. This is why we love the deck. Also, this kinda sorta highlights why I don't play Shadow Spear. Sometimes it's just not relevant. Opponent invested some mana, gain some life, and then we kill them. Pretty neat draw. No 1-drop. We could dismember something. We'll see. It's a keep though. Urza's Saga. Ornithopter. Springleaf Drum. Esper Sentinel. I have a Pendelhaven. What do you have, opponent? Temple Garden. Spicy. Pure Steel Paladin. Whenever an equipment enters, you may draw a card. Do we want to just dismember that? The sad truth is they would draw a card. Like they're down to one card. Saga goes off though, and then they can equip Hammer for free. I think we have to do this. No, no. You give them another card, I'm gonna go with yes. Be generous to our opponents for once. Because this is gonna get us back the card advantage anyway when we get big things down. Oh god, this song. 4-4 achieved. Haywire Might. Alright, nice, that's just gonna die, I guess. Couldn't they have made it so the green source is untapped? Like, what did they use Temple Garden for? I guess they made the construct. Yeah. The Garda Seed. Quite scary, actually. If they have Hammer, you take a big hit. Looks like no. I think blocking was nice. Having a big ballista is pretty sick here. Oh, force. When an equipment enters, they can attach it to a creature. It's pretty scary now, they get to hammer something up. But we do have the Force of Vigor lined up, so that's quite nice. Guess we could have also killed something already, but let's see what happens. Pithing Needle, okay, wow. No hammer, what? Yeah, no trample. They could also have gotten a Shadow Spear, I guess. So we're just gonna force the needle. And maybe one of the constructs. And then if we get a big ballista, we can anyway make it so the constructs are smaller. Not quite sure about the targets here, but the force is good for us in any case. They could have that thing. What is it called? Surge of Salvation. You and permanents you control gain hexproof until end of turn. The card is insane. Maybe I should play that. But I guess playing Tamiyo's safekeeping is better since we're green deck. If they do have that hexproof card, we are screwed, but if not, we're pretty good. Somehow opponents... Okay. Maybe this was a salty pause, I don't know what happened here. Maybe they just do this now. Okay. Looks like no. I'm just gonna take like 4. What's the opponent doing now? They were playing fast before, and now they're not. Alright, nice. Hammer would still be pretty good. Path to Exile. Okay. Could be a mistake. They can animate the Nexus. Haven't seen this card in a bit. Oh, what's this now? Oh, just... What? Another Path to Exile? Don't do it. Planes. Pure Steel. Okay. When I attack. But the attacking isn't that crazy. You get 4 Thopters and your construct dies. I'll save some to block a Nexus in case they hammer it. Flooded Strand. Already activated. Planes. Stoneforge Mystic. Colossus Hammer. They can flash it in at any time. Okay, if I dismember now, they don't draw a card, but they can put it on the Stoneforge. So it's better to make them target. They do draw a card, but then they can't equip the hammer. I don't wanna trade my Ballista for a Stoneforge, I think, because it's gonna grow. Alrighty, at least we got another win against Hammer. This is one of those matchups where we have the insane sideboard options. Okay, only a 2-3, but it was quite fun. If you are watching on YouTube, see you next league. If you're on Twitch, I'll see you... Well, I'll keep seeing you because we're gonna play another. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to, you know, press the follow button or the subscribe button or whatever. Until next time.